Truck drivers are a pivotal backbone of the United States of America, and I'm assuming many other countries in the world as well. And I want to start by saying nothing but respect for those drivers that have this really unique and challenging job. Thank you for what you do. It is absolutely appreciated. I also want to preface this video by saying I have absolutely no experience in this topic. However, I have had a lot of truckers that have reached out and said things like, hey man, I love your videos, the advice is great, but we have these unique situations and circumstances and scenarios where it's not exactly easy to apply all the time. Do you think you can make a video for us truckers? So I said, of course, absolutely. Just give me a little bit of time to gather information. So I reached out to people that I know that do this for a living, that care about their beard. I got their concerns, I got their advice, and then I thought about my information and my logic and how we could apply it. And I even have a feeling that this is going to be applicable for more than just over-the-road truckers. I have a feeling that there's going to be other situations where this could come in handy. So we're going to talk about concerns like not having consistent access to a shower, maybe a couple times a week, not being able to drink as much water because you don't have the availability of bathroom breaks as frequently, or even the idea of changing climates because you're always moving across the country. Those are going to be kind of the main topics we're going to cover. And you guys already know, though, that this video can live and breathe down in the comment section with you adding on. Do you have something else to give for advice through your experiences? Again, no experience here, but I do think I have some valuable input that I've gathered from a lot of different people. Do you have questions? Do you have follow-ups? Let's let this really grow down in those comments so it can help out more people, that you can feel that sense of pride that you are helping out, you are chipping in, or even just asking questions. That can really drive a conversation. So we're going to get into all that advice. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Dan C. Bearded. Thank you for watching this video. If you're excited about hearing this advice, or if you're excited about hearing a video that maybe hasn't been covered before, hit a thumbs up for me. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Please consider subscribing, and thank you to those existing subscribers already. I'm going to break my advice down into 3 segments: products, tools, and styling. Now, these are all going to kind of bleed into each other, and I might sprinkle some other little tidbits in there. But above all, truckers, I want you guys to keep it simple. The less control you have over your environment and your situation, the more simple you want to be. If you're in a very controlled lifestyle, you can branch out and do a few other things, but for you guys, let's keep it simple. Keep that in mind throughout all of this advice. So let's go ahead and start off with products. I recommend just doing the essentials, which is beard oil and beard wash. You want to be able to wash your beard, especially with that lifestyle, that hardworking, around a lot of different situations, but you also want to nourish it with a good beard oil. Now, let's touch on those a bit. I do recommend a thin oil and a thicker oil. Why? You can adapt to those different climates. Maybe you're in the humid state one morning, and then a couple mornings later, you're in a very dry state. That's going to change what oil you're going to likely want to use. So I do think you can get away with that with 2 oils if you want to keep that simple. And then for wash, I highly recommend a solid beard wash bar. Couple of reasons why. Number one, and essentially, let me start off with what it is. A solid beard wash bar is a beard wash that is dehydrated into a bar form. It is not a soap. They are gentle. They are daily. You can use them as many times as you would like. But here's why they're fantastic. There's no liquid. You don't have to worry about spilling. You don't have to worry about travel. It's small, it's convenient. And again, you can use it anytime you want. And it's so simple to use in something like a sink, right? And some of these solid beard wash bars, 2 of my favorites would be from the Bearded Mac and from Johnny Ray's. Check out both of those, great options. But why is this great for your situation other than the travel, other than the storage? Think about your access to showers, maybe twice a week, right? That's what I've heard. But hopefully we can get into at least maybe a daily access to a sink. If you get into a sink, you can use that solid bar. It's so simple, you guys. You don't have to get your hands all crazy. Essentially, get your beard damp in the sink with a spray bottle or just using the water, and you take that bar, straight bar to beard, and it's going to lather up immediately. It is so nice. You just dry it off a little bit, put it back in, boom, you're ready to roll. Keep it simple with the products. I highly recommend avoiding solid products like butters and balms so you don't have to worry about getting those out of your beard. Are butters good for your beard? Yes, they are. Are balms great for styling and for health? Yes, they are. But I don't think that your situation needs those. Keep it simple. Okay, going into tools, I recommend using something like a Chicago comb, the carbon fiber ones, like the number 8. Why? Because it does everything. It can exfoliate, it can detangle, it can help style. It is going to last you forever. It has a nice little handle hook on it so you can put it somewhere safe. I love that tool, especially for you guys. And then the last two are going to kind of bleed together here with styling and tools. I actually do not recommend a blow dryer or a heated brush for your tools because I want you to keep your styling simple. And do I think that heat is beneficial for a beard, for the health and the styling? I do. I really do. However, I don't think it's everything. I don't think it's necessary to have a great beard, to have a healthy beard, to have a beard that looks purposeful by using heat. You just don't have to. And in your situation, man, heat takes a lot of electricity. It takes a lot of time. And you're likely not going to have consistent access to that heat. So for me, like I use heat, right? You guys can clearly tell. If I don't use heat, I go crazy. Now, if I didn't have access to it, what I would do on the styling front is I would change the way I trim my beard. I would trim my beard from its natural state, and I would make that work for me. I still think it would be great. It wouldn't be my ultimate preference, but it's going to be a lot easier to maintain when you're on the road. You get a little water in from the sink, you get your oil in, and then you're good to go as you comb through. You don't have to worry about having that perfect style. So consider not using any heated tools, and consider just keeping it simple. And above all, with all this stuff, this should be saving you money. No solid products, no heat tools. I think that this is a really good road to go down, no pun intended there. Now, some additional bits to add in with the advice. Water's a big one. I think the biggest indicator of your beard's health is your hydration level. Now, I know it's hard to stay hydrated on the road. When I go on vacations, we drive from Michigan to Florida, and it's tough because you get to that point where you're like, I gotta pee, but I don't want to stop to get off, and then you're like prevented from continuing to drink your water because you don't want to have to go pee quicker. I get it. Things you can do is add hydration like supplements, something like liquid IV. And I'm sure many of you are aware of that, but if that's something you want to make a priority, they do have options out there. Maybe not as good as getting the amount of ounces you should, but it's better than nothing. It's something to be kind of conscious of. So with that, I think we've addressed the change in climate. I think we've addressed the not so much access to water, whether it's for showering, whether it's for drinking, and then hopefully just overall thinking about the landscape, thinking about the situation that you're in. I think that advice might help you guys out, or at the very least confirm and be like, okay, I was actually doing it the right way. That's awesome. Now I do need your help. What else am I missing? What did I not think about? What can you add in here? Of course, be respectful. This video is nothing but other than trying to help you guys out, trying to cover a topic that I have not seen covered before, and trying to do my research, reaching out to people. But again, I'm not an expert on this. I don't even have any experience on it. So if you do drop in on the comments, please be from the helpful mindset that, hey, we're just going to piggyback off this. We're going to add on to it. We're going to give some experiences. I think that could be really beneficial. And again, thank you for everything that you guys do. I know that can be a thankless job, can go under the radar until something goes wrong. Hey, I appreciate it every single day. All right, guys, cannot wait to see this comment section go crazy. Thank you for watching today. My name one more time is Dan C. Bearded. I hope that you guys stay bearded, stay safe, right? Drive carefully, and stay positive.